Damian Lillard back to the Blazers. This is a great look for the NBA and a big pickup for Portland. Let's talk about it. Born in Oakland, raised in a tough environment. Dame had to scrap for everything. He didn't have any college offers, and he did not have any McDonald's All-American hype. The man went to Weber State, okay, and made himself a lottery pick. So Dame know how to grind. He was special. In 2012, the Blazers took him 6th overall, and of course, the rest is history. Everybody should know about Dame at this point. At the time, no one knew he would be a top 3 Blazer in franchise history. I think you could even argue top 2. I'm not, but I think you could. As soon as Dame came on the scene, you could tell he was special. As a rookie, he had the confidence that typically rookies do not have. Already, he was taking and making game winners as a rookie, so that's crazy. And he also won Rookie of the Year, averaging 19 points per game. He was the second scoring option on that team, and I think some argue that he should have even been the first option. I think you could argue that he was playing a little bit better than LaMarcus Aldridge on the offensive end, simply scoring the ball. He won Rookie of the Year. He was in the same draft class as Anthony Davis and Bradley Beal. And then by year 2, the Blazers reconstructed the roster because the first year they was an 11 seed. I think they won something like 30 games, maybe, if that. They were a terrible team when Dame first got to the Blazers. But year 2, they reshaped the roster, and they were in the playoffs. They lost to the Spurs the first year, and the Grizzlies the second year. They did not make – so Dame didn't make the playoffs his rookie year, but the year after, they went to the playoffs, and in the first round, they actually played the Rockets. Then they lost to the Spurs in the second round, I believe in 5 games, I want to say. But I do think Dame played well in all 3 series. Dame hit a buzzer beater in the first round against the Rockets in Game 6 to advance to play the Spurs. So already as a rookie, the man was hitting game winners, and then in the second year, he decided to walk into the playoffs and hit a game winner. That's crazy. So we understand Damian came in fearless, taking big shots, leading by example, especially when Aldridge left in 2015. The team was his. It was a wrap. Dame had free reign. Year after year, he dragged that Portland team to the playoffs, sometimes with help, sometimes with Band-Aids and crutches and prayers, but it's all good. One thing never changed. When it's Dame time, it's game time. We know that for sure. He had a buzzer beater, like I said, in his first season. Next year, that iconic shot versus the Rockets. Then he also dropped 61 points in 2020, twice. But Dame Lillard is so generous, he said, wait, I can't keep giving out all these 60 pieces without coming back to Houston and giving them one. 2023, the man dropped 71 points on the Houston Rockets. I don't know what he got against Houston. He needs to stop that, all right? Second year, he hit the game winner to take him out the playoffs, break hearts. Stop doing that, Dame. That's crazy. 71-piece, boneless, extra crispy, no sauce on the side. This is nasty work from Dame. And then, of course, we can't forget the OKC series. His most legendary moment, shout out PG, the only bad buzzer beater shot in NBA history. So, clearly we understand that Dame has had some highs in the playoffs. I wanted to give him his props for his time in Portland. And while I could bring up Dame's rougher playoff series, I understand that he's not invincible. That's one. No NBA player is. They all have had bad playoff series. But I think the memories that he gave to the city of Portland, I think they obviously doesn't outweigh a championship, but I do think that they still appreciate it tremendously. Okay, even though Dame has had series where he underperformed, you want to say that he could have played better, or maybe his second guy outplayed him, or maybe the other guy on the other team, second guy outplayed him. I think at the end of the day, the city of Portland really appreciates Dame. And I think this move obviously encompasses that. That's why I think it's very big and a great thing for the NBA, especially because he could have chased rings. You know, he could have taken an easy route, but he chose his heart, and I respect that. And I think the NBA needs to bring more attraction to loyalty, which might need decades to repair for the league. But I think it's a great start, especially after the Bucks waived them. It's just a good story. The Bucks waived them. Dallas traded Luka earlier this year before the trade deadline. I think this was much needed inside the NBA right now. A great feel-good story. And he's also got a no-trade clause. So that's crazy. So there you go. He's not getting traded. And he signed a 3-year, $42 million deal. He'll be locked in, I think, until the end of 2028. It's hard not to shed a tear for Dame, man. Shout out Dame. But don't get it twisted. I do not think the Blazers are a bad team. I'm not talking here like, oh, this is just a feel-good move. The Blazers are not a bad team. They actually have a good squad. The West is tight. So, it's not going to look as good as if they were in the East. And I'm not saying they will be in contention this upcoming season. But Drew Holiday is still elite. And they just added Drew. And they got a lot of nice pieces over there. They got Jeremy Grant, Robert Williams III. They got the one guy they got from Washington. They got a couple good pieces, and they all locked in for 4 years. Rob is not. There's another guy that I'm missing, but the four main guys of that team are locked in for 4 years into the end of 2028, including Dame. So I'd probably keep my eyes, or at least one of your eyes, on Portland at the start of the 2027 season, or I guess it would be 2026 as the year starts, the end of 2026. But I'd definitely keep your eye open because the Blazers are not a bad team. And with Dame coming back, Dame could have went to a lot of teams, but with him coming back, it really helps the Blazers. They're actually a solid squad. So if you want to continue watching Dame do some Dame things, there you go. But that's all for today. I do want to hear your take. Does this move make Portland a real threat? We might have disagreeing views on that, okay? Or was this just a feel-good move with no upside, just a good thing for the NBA? Or you just happy for Dame? I would hope so. Drop your opinion in the comments. I'll respond to every single one. I promise. Smash the like button. Destroy the sub button. And I'll see you in the next one. Dave Reno tapping out. Peace.